Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Amy here. So today we're going to be talking about all the new releases coming out for the month of May. I feel like I just done this for April, like the months are just flying by. But anyway, I'm having a margarita on the rocks, obviously, because Cinco de Mayo is this Friday. This video is hopefully going up on Wednesday. I wanted it to go up sooner, but life is crazy. Anyway, so yeah, happy Cinco. Lots of good books to talk about today. We have a great mixture of mystery thrillers, YA mystery thrillers, because you know I don't know, they just draw to me. I don't know what it is. I have yet to read a new one that I've talked about, but they're on the list. As well as, of course, some great male romances coming out for us for the month of May, getting us prepared for Pride Month. So as always, we'll start at the beginning of the month. This is just going to be a mixture of the genres. So starting on May 2nd, we have a YA mystery thriller. This is Lying in the Deep by Diane Urban. First of all, this cover drew me to the book. I didn't even know it was a YA thriller. I was just like, oh, cool cover. So yes, it says a juicy mystery of jealousy, love, and betrayal set on a semester at sea inspired cruise ship with a diverse cast of delightfully suspicious characters who'll leave you guessing with every jaw-dropping twist. So as I was reading through this, it looks like we're going to be following a character who is obsessed with this certain couple, I believe. It looks like the couple is her ex-boyfriend and her best friend. So she goes on this semester at sea to possibly get away from them, but they are on the cruise ship with her as well. It says her obsession with them grows and festers, leading to a shocking murder. So we'll just leave it at that, but this is definitely one I'll be looking forward to. It comes out May 2nd. Also on May 2nd, we have another young adult. It's not a mystery thriller, but a little LGBTQ plus romance. This is Imogen, obviously, and this is by Becky Albertalli. It says in this novel, we explore the nuisance of sexuality, identity, and friendship. Imogen Scott may be hopelessly homosexual, but she's got the world's greatest ally title locked down. She's never missed a Pride Alliance meeting. She knows more about queer media than her very queer little sister. She even has two queer best friends. There's Gretchen, a fellow high school senior, who helps keep Imogen's biases in check. And then there's Lily, newly out and newly thriving with a cool new squad of queer college friends. Imogen's thrilled for Lily. Any ally would be. And now that she's finally visiting Lily on campus, she's bringing her ally a game. Any support Lily needs, Imogen's all in, even if that means bending the truth just a little. Like when Lily drops a tiny queer bombshell. She's told all her college friends that Imogen and Lily used to date, and none of them know that Imogen is a raging hetero. Not even Lily's best friend, Tessa. Of course, the more time Imogen spends with chaotic, freckle-faced Tessa, the more she starts to wonder if her truth was ever all that straight to begin with. It just sounds adorable, and I'm all here for it. May 2nd. On May 3rd, we have a male romance by Lauren Blakely coming out. This is the 4th book in the Winner Takes All series. This is a limited edition Husband. This one says, one weekend with no strings attached was supposed to be the plan. After barely escaping my last train wreck of a romance, I've got a new dating goal. Play it cool. I stick to that strategy when I meet a honky Brit at a fundraiser and ask him to grab a drink. But he's newly out and eager for all things he's never done. So he's up the ante with the wild suggestion that we jet off to the city of sin for a weekend, then say goodbye. I can't wait to see how that pans out. It also said contents includes a sarcastic, romance-phobic American football player, a charming and dirty-minded British businessman, an Elvis impersonator, white-hot first times, dangerous decisions, and a sexy, witty, emotional fake marriage. First times male standalone sports romance. So yes, this can be read as a standalone, even though it is the 4th book in the Winner Takes All series. I do believe, though, even though I haven't started the series, I do believe each book contains different characters, but I'm sure like other characters like throw themselves in the book at some point, like most of the series do, but it can be read as a standalone. But I'm looking forward to this. I need to start this series. Like, what is wrong with me? I skipped one. On May 2nd, we also have a little YA, little male romance. This is I Like Me Better by Robbie Weber. Says this is not how This is not how soccer star Zach Martin thought his summer would go. When the captain's pranks means trouble for the whole squad, Zach's left with no choice but to take one for the team and cover for him. Now he's trading parties and beach days for community service at a seaside conservation center. But thanks to his new reputation, the cute intern Chip won't even give him a shot. Still, Zach finds himself falling for Chip between dolphin encounters and shark costume disasters, which means he suddenly has way more on the line than he ever expected. Zach may be good at winning on the field, but he can't keep up the lie without losing himself. It sounds really cute. It's also on May 2nd. On May 9th, we have another YA, little male romance. This is They Hate Each Other, and this is by Amanda Woody. I've never heard of this author, so I'm excited to put this on the list and hopefully read it sometime in the near future. This one says, Jonah and Dylan get along like oil and water. So it must be a little hate to love. Until a fake dating ploy gives them new perspective and they realize that falling for your enemy isn't as impossible as it seems. Their friends are convinced Jonah's and Dylan's disdain for one another is just thinly veiled lust. A rumor that surges like wildfire when the two wake up in one bed after homecoming. Mutually horrified, Dylan and Jonah agree to use the faux pas to their advantage by fake dating. If they can stay convincing long enough to end their relationship in a massive staged fight, they can prove their incompatibility to their friends once and for all. But the more time they spend together, the more their plans begin to fall apart, and the closer they come seeing each other more clearly for the first time. Super cute. Also on May 9th, and I've actually talked about this book before because I thought it came out last month. And it finally has a cover because last time it didn't have a cover. This is Zane, or Confessions Zane by Ella Frank. This is book number 8. I actually just started the series. I'm on book 1, which is Robbie. I'm only on chapter 4, so I can't really say how I'm feeling about it, but it is a menage a trois between 3 men. But we haven't gotten very far yet, so I'll keep you posted, of course. This one says Zane is a continuation of Chloe, Ethan, and Zane's story and should only be read after Confessions, Ethan, which was the 7th book. So this is also a menage with a woman, so 2 men and a woman. I believe it starts off in Ethan in that book. I'm gonna confuse myself. So I don't want to say too much in case, you know, I don't want to give anything away in case one of y'all out there is reading the series. Let me know in the comments down below if you are reading the series. Let me know how you like it, if you're enjoying it. Let's talk about it. But this one's coming out on May 9th. Another series that I have not started yet that I don't know what I'm doing with my life. The Verse Podcast by Riley Hart. Book 3, this is The Realist, comes out on May 17th. So Marcus is also a host on the Verse Podcast. He hosts it with his 3 best friends, and he's known as The Realist. It says, I accept life the way it is, believe in honesty over sugarcoating, and okay, I can maybe be a little bossy. If you ask the guys, they tell you I'm a caretaker who's always thinking of others, but they also give over-the-top hugs and don't believe me when I say feelings are the worst. It's why I have no business offering Kai Lewis a place to stay when he's in need. He's a flirt who makes no secret about wanting in my bed. somewhere I'd like to have him if he wasn't the employee of one of my closest friends. But he's too trusting and leaps before he thinks. So at least he won't get taken advantage of if he's with me. It says The Realist is an age gap forced proximity romance with a bossy realist and a sunshiny flirt who has Marcus wrapped around his finger. Once again, I really need to start this series. Yeah, I'm just skipping all over the place. I missed one on May 9th. This is a mystery thriller. This is No One Needs to Know by Lindsay Cameron. I don't think I've read anything by this author. Love the cover. It says, when an anonymous neighborhood forum gets hacked, the darkest secrets of New York's wealthiest residents come to light, including some worth killing for. Okay, so we have some wealthy people with some dark secrets. Someone figures them out. I don't know, but I don't want to know too much about it. The residents of Manhattan's exclusive Upper East Side disclosed it all, things they would never share with their friends or their spouses, secret bank accounts, steamy affairs, tidbits of juicy gossip. These are the same parents who would go to the astonishing length to ensure their children gain admission to the most prestigious boarding schools and universities. So when a hacktivist group breaks into the forum and exposes the real identity behind each poster, the repercussions resound down Park Avenue with a force none could have anticipated, and someone will end up dead. May 9th. Okay, I'm gonna try not to skip around anymore. Looks like my next date is May 23rd. We have a few coming out on May 23rd. I'll start with a new series by R.J. Scott. I actually haven't read this author in a really long time. This is a male romance author. This is Team Orders. The series is called Lights Out series, and the first book comes out on May 23rd. It says this male romance from R.J. Scott features teammates, a secret affair, hurt comfort, and is set in the high-octane world of Formula One, featuring fast cars, driving at the limit, spectacular crashes, heated rivalries, and of course, a happily ever after. Each book in the Lights Out collection is a standalone story, and the books can be read in any order. Always good to know. This one says when tragedy strikes and team orders are called for, will Archie and Noah's love survive the fallout? Nova is devastated when his best friend is badly hurt in a fiery crash and shocked when the team's rookie steps up to take Augusto's place. Not only is Archie inexperienced on the track, but he's a threat to Noah's heart when giving in to lust and passion could only end badly. Interesting. I didn't really read the synopsis when I saw that the book was coming out. I just saw the author, and I haven't really read this author in a really long time, so I just wrote it down. But we'll give it a shot. We'll see. Next, we have a mystery thriller coming out on May 23rd. This is The Chateau, and this is by Jacqueline Goldis. I don't know if I've ever read anything by this author either. A dream girl's trip to a luxurious French chateau dissolves into a deadly nightmare of secrets and murders in this stylish, twisty thriller for fans of Lucy Foley, Ruth Ware, and Lisa Jewell. I'm here for it. Welcome to picturesque Provence, where the lady of the chateau, I'm not even going to try to say that name, has opened its elegant doors to her granddaughter, Darcy, and her 3 friends. 20 years earlier, the 4 girlfriends studied abroad together in France and visited the old woman on the weekends, creating the group's deep bond. But why this sudden invitation? Winery tours, market visits, and fancy dinners overlooking olive groves and lavender fields, it becomes clear that each woman has a hidden reason for accepting the invitation. Then, after a wild evening celebration, Seraphine, I'm gonna say, is found brutally murdered. As the women search for answers to this shocking crime, fingers begin pointing and a sinister Instagram account pops up. What? Exposing snapshots with the friends' intimate moments at the chateau while threatening to reveal more. As they race to uncover who murdered Seraphine and is now stalking them, they learn the chateau houses many secrets, several worth killing for. That just sounds great. Also on May 23rd, we have another YA mystery thriller. Another great cover. This is For Found Dead, and this is by Natalie Richards. This takes place, and this is what kind of drug me into the storyline. It takes place at a movie theater that will be closing down in a like mall area that is also looks like it's coming to an end. So it kind of deals with times today, like malls aren't really what they used to be anymore. Things are just, you know, changing, and it just, oh, okay, might have to change the blinds. Anyway, the synopsis really pulled me in. So it says, at the movie theater where Joe works, the last show has ended, but the nightmare is just beginning. Tonight, Tempest Theaters is closing forever, the last remaining business in a defunct shopping mall. The moviegoers have left, and Joe and her 6 co-workers had the final shift, cleaning up popcorn and mopping floors for the last time. But after an unexpected altercation puts everyone on edge, the power goes out. Their manager disappears, along with the keys to the lobby doors and the theater safe where the crew's phones are locked each shift. Then the crew's tension turns to terror when Joe discovers the dead body of one of her co-workers. Now the only chance to escape the murderer in their midst is through the dark, shuttered mall with its boarded up exits and disabled fire alarms. The complex is filled with hiding places for both pursuer and pursued. In order to survive this night, Joe and her friends must trust one another, navigate the sprawling ruins of the mall, and outwit a killer before he kills again. I love it. I love it. Moving on to May 25th, we have The Fall by Jilly McMillan. Okay, I moved the blinds up a little bit so that light won't be coming in. I won't read too much into this one. It has a very long synopsis, and I haven't read it at all. I just saw Jilly McMillan and was coming out with a new book, so I wrote it down. But it says, a masterclass in psychological suspense. Be careful what you wish for. Nicole and Tom's lives are changed overnight by a £10 million lottery win. What? Before they know it, they've moved into a state-of-the-art glass-born conversion in the stunning grounds of Landcote Manor. Somewhere. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. Then it says, but their dream quickly turns into a nightmare when Tom... Okay. I'm not gonna, I don't want to, yeah. I don't know if any of this could possibly give away anything, but I'm not gonna read it. But of course, someone is found dead. I don't know. They win all this money. They move to this prestigious neighborhood in a new home, and murder happens. Okay, this book right here, this is a male-male romance. This is by DJ Jameson, which I've never read before. Don't Date a Dilf. This just made me chuckle a little bit because I was like, what? And then I read the synopsis, and it does sound really, really cute, but this is actually going to be the beginning of a series, Rules We Break series. This is book 1. It says, I have one rule to live. Don't date a dilf. I learned the hard way what happened when I blurred the boundaries between my teaching life and my dating life, but I've never counted on Hunter Rhodes walking into my school. Never expected that the broad-shouldered, stubble-jawed absolute glory of a man would be such a sweet and caring father. Or that as a seemingly straight man, he might decide he wants me. So that right there, I was like, yes, I'm in. A teacher, a dad of one of the students possibly. The dad is straight, but he's finding the teacher attractive. I don't know, first times. I'm here for it. Hey, Bella. You want some margarita? She's like, no thank you. Alright, on May 26th, this is another male-male romance. This is Rapture by Ian Lindsay. This cover is beautiful. This one says, it starts with a mugging and ends with me being saved by the love of my life. In short, my uncle died and left me everything, which is to say a barely surviving pub with no staff and thousands of dollars worth of repairs I can't afford. It also seemed to come with some strange men dressed in black who won't tell me what they're looking for or why they seem so interested in who I am. But when the tall stranger who walked in with a cane and talked with an accent literally saved my life, things got a bit more interesting. It says Rapture is a standalone, age gap, friends to lovers romance featuring a dark past, bright futures, an alley cat with a love of expensive cheese, baking show binges, hurt comfort, and a sweet, steamy, happily ever after. I'm really looking forward to this one. Comes out on May 30th. This is Drowning by TJ Newman. I saw like a little, she posted something on Instagram, like a reel. I thought it was a movie, and I was like glued to it, like, oh yeah, I gotta watch this. But this is her next book. I love the falling, or falling, not defalling. This is also about a plane that goes down above a sea, and the plane, you know, they're drowning. The plane is going under the water. I don't know, but it looked fantastic. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in that situation, but it just looked like, yes, that's something I would want to watch or read. So it says this is an edge of your seat thriller about a commercial jetliner that crashes into the ocean and sinks to the bottom with passengers trapped inside and the extraordinary rescue operation to save them. 6 minutes after takeoff, Flight 1421 crashes into the Pacific Ocean. During the evacuation, an engine explodes and the plane is flooded. Those still alive are forced to close the doors, but it's too late. The plane sinks to the bottom with 12 passengers trapped inside. I don't want to know any more about it. Drowning is an unforgettable thriller about a family's desperate fight to save themselves and the people trapped with them against impossible odds. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. May 30th. This one looked interesting. Also on May 30th, right? Yes. I'm losing my space, y'all. I got dates all over the place. This is The New Mother by Nora Murphy. This is the author that also wrote The Favor, which was on one of my new release lists that I wanted to read, and I still haven't read it. But yes, we get a new book on May 30th. This one says it's a relatable and nerve-wracking, sympathetic, and bone-chilling story. It's a fresh new twist on motherhood and murder in suburbia. Isolated, lonely, tired. It's hard being the new mother. Sometimes it's murder. Nothing is simple about being a new mom alone in a new house, especially when your baby is colicky. Natalie Fanning loves her son unconditionally, but being a mother was not all she wanted to be. Enter Paul, the neighbor. Paul provides the lifeline she needs in what feels like the most desperate of times. When Paul is helping with Oliver, calmed by his reassuring, steady presence, Nat feels like she can finally rest. But Paul wants something in return. It's no coincidence that he has befriended Nat. She is the perfect pawn for his own plan. Oh, geez, I don't know, but May 30th. And lastly, on May 31st, we get a Male Male Romance. This is the 4th book in the Divorced Men's Club by Saxon James, which also another Male Male Romance series I have not started yet. This is Employing Patience. I don't have a book cover as of right now. I'm guessing it'll come out closer to once we get into May. I'm sure our author will release a cover, but the 4th book in the series is coming out on May 31st. So our 2 men are Art and Joey. Art says, when it comes to regrets, I have none. My life is perfect. I own a bar, work hard, party harder, and smother my nibblings in all the love they deserve. I don't need to settle down as much as my sister might want me to. But then Joey Manon walks into my office and leaves me all but begging to give him a job and wanting to give him so much more. Joey says the bills keep piling up and the pressure to get my sisters through college before we're evicted is always in the back of my mind. Whoever said life was for living clearly forgot that living's expensive. My default mode is stressed AF and working myself to the bone, and there's only one person who gives me a break from all that. Art Diamiodo, my boss. I really need to get into this series. It just sounds super sexy. All right, y'all, that is it. That's all I gotten written down. That's all I have written down for the month of May, but I know there's more books out there that I've overlooked. In fact, I've started making a list of overlooked books, so that'll be a video in the works coming soon. But yes, let me know in the comments, as always, what are you looking forward to? What did I miss out on? Let me know, we'll talk about it. Hope you're all doing well out there, staying safe, of course. Hugs from me all around, y'all, and happy Cinco de Mayo if I don't talk to y'all before May 5th. But I'll see y'all soon in a new video. Bye, y'all.